4, 3,
three,
2,
two,
1.
one.
All right. You were definitely delayed, but it's fine. I'll work with it.
I was trying to catch up to you.
Nah, dude, it's just that's the only thing that sucked about editing the podcast last time was that there was an it's not your fault either, and it might be more Discord's fault than anything, but it's just whenever you're layering a couple of different audio tracks together
Yeah.
with video, and if one of them like separates just a little bit, it goes across for the rest of the video, and then you have to find the parts where you can sort of catch up, or you can kind of make it catch up without looking like it's you're messing around with it too much, if that makes sense.
I've done that
But
on a couple videos.
yeah, I hate doing that. That's the thing I hate doing the most when it comes to editing. Editing
Yeah.
is audio syncing. It fucking pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's annoying because you have to listen to the same stuff over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my name's Ramiro. Sorry about me bitching. This is the Lion and the Heart podcast. Welcome back again this week, guys. And here's my co-host, Rich.
What's going on, y'all? Episode 2. We haven't been canceled yet, so rolling strong.
Woo. Anyway, do you want me to talk about my week first, or you want to talk about yours?
Oh, yeah,
first?
go ahead. I'm
All right,
all
so-
ears, man.
Okay, so honestly, the thing I've been focused on the most is so you know who Dr. Disrespect is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that. Do you know what happened to him?
No.
Okay, so you remember when Mixer bought out Ninja and Shroud?
Yeah.
Okay, so around that time, Twitch, because I guess they thought that they were, well, they probably did think that they were afraid that they were going to lose streamers. They decided to buy out Pokimane and what's Dr. Disrespect. They were
Yeah.
Twitch exclusive streamers.
Mm-hmm.
So Dr. Disrespect had a contract with Twitch. I'm gonna adjust my camera real quick. Just lower it down.
Yeah.
There we go. So is that because I don't know what to do with my hands? Did you ever see Ricky Bobby?
Yeah, I've seen that Talladega
I
Nights.
don't know what to do with my hands. So Dr. Disrespect, he had a contract with Twitch, and they permabanned him.
Yeah, I know he got banned. Everyone was trying to speculate why, of course.
Yeah. I don't know why. There's a guy named @Slasher on Twitter, or I think his name is Rod Burrow, or something like that. And he's been working in esports for a very long time. He's usually very consistent in what he talks about.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that he might know the reason why, but not everyone's 100%. No one knows. Like, the only thing I could think of, and this is strictly speculation, is the only thing I can think of is that maybe somebody hurt themselves.
Hurt themselves?
Yeah, and maybe they said that the reason for that was Dr. Disrespect. Because I don't know if you know this, but the reason why he stopped streaming in the first place, so he was streaming for a while, he got really popular, and then he stopped for a little bit, and that was because he said that he cheated on his wife.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so he stopped for a bit, and then they came back. She was Miss Assassin, and then this happening after he's been on really good terms with his wife is just really, really weird. If you take a look at his last stream, he gets a phone call like right before he ends the stream. He takes it, and then he says that they're gonna have like obstacles ahead of them, but the Champions Club is gonna remain strong. I have no idea. The only thing I can speculate is that I think maybe somebody hurt themselves and they blamed it on him.
That could be it. It could be a number of reasons. I saw someone on, I think it was Twitter, who was saying that the guy might have tried to like start like a union or some shit with like Ninja and Shroud and like move to a different platform or start their own platform. I don't know, but people were speculating a lot of different things. They said it could have been some like sexual charges. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, me neither. I feel like
Every
the
time
stuff
his
he does,
name comes up, it's pretty interesting. So You know,
Yeah,
something
what?
worth paying attention to.
Well, he's like such a in terms of streaming, he's just such a big. He commands like a big force and presence on
Oh
the
yeah, he's
platform.
got a huge personality. He does seem pretty entertaining. So
You
I
know,
can't deny that.
he used to work for Activision.
Damn, he did.
Yeah, he was. I think he was a level designer on Call of Duty.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd have to take a look at it, but yeah, he definitely. God, I said I wasn't gonna do this before the stream, but now I'm typing as I'm talking.
oh, it's all good.
Um, he was. He definitely worked in video games for sure. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because that sent me down a little rabbit hole.
Oh
Yeah,
lord.
yeah. The so Mixer shut down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Mixer shut down, and a lot of people on there, they weren't too sure where to go or what to do. So around this whole time that the Doctor Disrespect thing started, I just googled randomly Doctor Disrespect on Google to see what I was trying to figure out what was going on. So one of the first things that popped up is I messaged you about this on the Discord, but it was a streaming website called the hell is this name of this website? Trovo. Have you heard of Trovo, dude?
No. Actually,
So
wait. I might have seen it on Twitter.
Trovo just got started within like the last 2 months or so.
Yeah, I've seen. I think I've seen at least like 3 people go
And
over
even
there and tweet
and
about it.
and even then their Instagram account is like only a couple of weeks old. Well, actually a month and a half old.
Mm-hmm.
Um so I was on this website yesterday and today going like, oh, I wonder if this is something that maybe I can get into, like, because like, you've known me for a while. I streamed on YouTube, I streamed on Mixer, I streamed on Twitch. I'm not really brand loyal in terms, unless it's just my YouTube videos. But even if you follow me on Twitch, you would know that I upload almost all my YouTube videos on Twitch. And even then, I also upload my YouTube videos to Pornhub. Because why?
Yeah,
Why the fuck
I forgot
not?
about that. Yeah, we talked
Actually,
about that one.
I actually posted the image of that of my Pornhub account, which nothing adult is on it. It just says my name.
Yeah.
The website name is up there, and then it shows like a few videos. I posted that to the competitive Dead or Alive Facebook group that I just joined.
Oh lord, I left that group.
Yeah, well, I posted it on there, and then it got deleted within like 15 minutes. And I was just like, okay. Somebody did comment on it though, like, "Oh, this is hot."
Dude, you know how I saw the freaking Dragon Ball Z Super movie?
How?
Pornhub.
Oh, that's hilarious. It was
I
actually on
was,
there.
yeah, someone posted it on Facebook. They were like, Mio, you can watch the Dragon Ball Super movie on there. I'm like, bullshit, no, you can't. And they were like, no, it's really on there. I'm like, for real? Because I've been looking for this. I'm like, psh, fuck it, I'll go into Pornhub and watch it. That's been my most used Pornhub experience, is literally watching Dragon Ball Z Super.
Oh
But
man,
yeah, do you think Dr. Disrespect was trying to do that? Like move to a different platform or start one?
I don't know. There was a really crazy 4chan image going around that said Dr. Disrespect gets banned on Twitter. Gets banned on Twitch, and it was because he was like, if you've seen the 4chan post, it's like line after line after line after line.
Yeah.
It's not like a full paragraph. It's just a line of events, one after another. And it was like Dr. Disrespect gets caught trying to start a new streaming platform with Shroud or Ninja. And then it just kind of went on like this little tangent of maybe they were trying to start something together. I don't think that's what it is at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be surprised. But this travel thing was super interesting because, and by the way, for anyone that wants to check it out, it's Trovo. Trovo. I've probably been saying it wrong. It looks like a combination of Mixer and Twitch, dude.
That's a good thing, because they're going to need something to rival Twitch, because honestly, I couldn't imagine going to Facebook gaming every time. Even, first of all, I hate Facebook as a freaking social media,
It's
but
fucking
it's okay
annoying.
to have. But I don't want to see anyone streaming on Facebook. I really don't. So having another platform available would definitely be good, because you're gonna need something to rival Twitch. So I can imagine a couple people trying to start some things right up, like right now.
Okay. So I'm doing this screen share thing, which it's popping up, right? Sort of.
Yeah, I see it.
So this is kind of what it looks like, dude. So it uses a very similar currency system for chatting and like interacting with streamers. That's just like Mixer. But if you go to the creator studio over here, which I don't think has any personal information. If it does, I'll just edit it out. Oh well, shit. Yeah, no, this is fine.
Yeah, it looks really similar to Twitch.
Now this looks the behind the scenes stuff looks super similar to Twitch. Inside stream history. I haven't checked it. I was actually gonna stream on there today just to try it out, but I kind of ran out of time. I'm probably gonna do it after this. But this is what the hell I've been like kind of looking at, just like different streamers and stuff on this today, and it is just wild. Even this layout right here where it says games, this is exactly how Mixer looked.
Yeah.
Like it just
Mixer a couple times.
Yeah, it looks like a combination between Mixer and Apex. I mean Apex. God damn it! I want to play Apex today. It looks like a combination of Mixer and Twitch. It's just so weird. But you guess which company owns this goddamn streaming platform?
Oh Lord, what company?
It's a Chinese company.
A Chinese company?
Yeah, they're the ones that invest very heavily in mobile games. And they also have a stake in Activision and some other big publishers like I'll say it's Activision and 2K Games.
Dude, they literally had perfect timing.
Yeah, but the company name is Tencent.
Tencent.
Tencent is let me. Oh shit! Did I How do I do this? Turn on camera. Okay, cool. I think I just messed it up. Let me just make sure if it's still recording. Okay, we're good. All right, so Tencent is a Chinese company that has a lot of government money in it. And they have a stake in a lot of American companies and American media. They're the ones that I think are the official publishers of PUBG Mobile.
Oh, that's good. So they can start like leveraging that to get like benefits for those type of games like Activision and those, kind of like how Twitch does with Twitch Prime. They could probably do that, like a similar thing.
Well, sorta, except that not everyone sees Tencent as a good guy. So you know Valorant, the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. What company makes that? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to it. It's a shooting game.
Yeah, it's like
CS:GO mixed with Overwatch.
Dude, it looks just like Overwatch.
Yeah,
it looks like both just of those games like Overwatch. Okay, so Valorant is made by Riot Games. Riot Games, they have Tencent has a partner. They have a stake in Riot Games.
Jeez, they got a stake in everything.
No, yeah, they really do. So Riot Games is 100% owned by Tencent. I believe so. Yeah. Let's see. Riot Games is owned by China. Yeah, okay. No, not 100% owned, but definitely. I think they also own like 30 or 40% of Epic.
Jeez. Epic? Wow, like Gears of War Epic?
Yeah. Okay. So December 2015, Tencent took over Riot Games. So the Tencent is a Chinese company. Part of the reason why people were upset about the Valorant stuff, about how the anti-cheat software in it. I don't know if you remember this was a big deal a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I heard about it being spyware, something like
that.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why people were thinking that, it was because, one, it starts up in the BIOS. Like, immediately when your computer starts up, the cheating software is already working for whatever reason, even though it shouldn't be. But Riot is owned by Tencent, which means that a Chinese company is literally looking into your computer as you're booting it up.
Good Lord.
And that's what people were upset about.
Oh, they definitely should be upset about that. I thought that they had done something prior to like them making the game that had people on the fence about them.
Well, they own part of Activision Blizzard as well, which is why that's why Blizzard didn't say shit about the guy that was that got won his earnings, and he said free Hong Kong, and then they didn't give him his earnings. Yeah, and it's because Tencent has a stake in that. So Tencent 100% owns this Trovo live streaming stuff.
Oh, well, they need to be more transparent about what they're putting on their games, because they shouldn't be tracking people's computers, you know. Net neutrality, I definitely stand for that.
Yeah.
I don't want companies looking at all my shit, worried about me trying to find hacks for fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, it seems kind of unnecessary. Good lord.
But yeah, that's kind of what I've been kind of sucked into kind of this week, is like just learning about this live streaming website, a little bit behind it. I don't know if I'll stream to it. You know, like I said, I don't have brand loyalty really, and I don't know. Like I always go back and forth between streaming on Twitch and not streaming on Twitch. There's things that I like about Twitch. The fact that it's big, the fact that it's easily recognizable. Then there's a whole bunch of other things I don't like about it, like how you search for games or how you search for people. Granted, it has a better search engine than some other places, but then Mixer shut down, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Twitch. I like the layout. I wish they would stop changing the freaking dashboard, the creator's dashboard and all that. Just keep it pretty simple. I like how it was before, but they keep trying to like update it so it looks modern and stuff. I'm like, just keep it similar and keep it the same. I like it that way. I like the popularity of Twitch, but
yeah, no, you're right, because I remember when I was streaming on Mixer and I was streaming Dead or Alive, there wasn't a goddamn soul watching that.
Yeah, that's also like a niche of a niche game, so people aren't going to be looking for it as much on there.
Yeah, and like if you go to Trovo right now, which this is probably the last thing I'll say on it. If you go to it right now, if you look at the top game, if you look at the top streams and games, guess which game is number one right now?
Probably either Valorant or not PUBG, Apex.
Okay, sort of. Apex is number 4. Guess how many viewers? Go to Twitch and see how many viewers are watching Apex, and then how many viewers do you think are watching Apex Legends on Trovo? Just take a wild guess.
Let's see.
Sorry, so right now Rich is furiously typing away, going to twitch.tv.
Well, thankfully Apex is only like 4 letters. So we got 25K watching Apex.
Guess how many are watching it on Trovo?
400.
Less.
What? 200?
161.
Oh, wow.
That is how small this platform is.
For all of you who are watching, if you want to get on the ground floor of Trovo, now is your time. Now is your time to come up.
But just a heads up, it is owned by Tencent, which is... I mean, Tencent makes a lot of shit that we like to play and use, but they are a very shady company.
Yeah, Tencent, stop uploading that shit on people's computers, man.
I want to say they have a stake in like movies. Yeah, they do. Fuck yeah! I remember this now. They helped produce the Wonder Woman, Terminator. I think their big thing, the first big movie, I think it might have been Transformers, Age of Extinction. Tencent Pictures, founded 2015. Okay, but here's the thing: they were the reason why they had to remove the Hong Kong patch from the new Top Gun movie.
Oh,
because Tencent's owned by China. China doesn't like Hong Kong.
They're like the Koch brothers. They got their hands in everything. Dude,
they literally have their hands in everything. It's wild. They're like did you ever see that one anime movie? I think it's called Akira.
Yes.
It's an old one. It's like the guy turns into a huge monster at the end.
Yeah, I've seen Akira.
Yeah, that's Tencent right there. It's got his hands in everything.
Of course. Shit, if I had the money, I would do it too.
That's true. I mean, the smartest thing you can ever do. If you're listening, if you want to get into business, take out your notebook and paper right now. The smartest thing you can ever do is, one, not listen to me because I dropped out of college twice. But secondly, Diversify your portfolio.
Oh yeah, diversify your bonds. It's like Dave
Like,
Chappelle's show.
yeah, whatever you do in business, in money, put your money in other places. Don't put it all in one thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What we
but
have next on the bill?
that's pretty much it for my week. How's your week been going, dude?
Holy shit, that was a long ass week.
Well, I mean, that was like a couple of days, but
No, my week's been really good. I just been playing games, got back into Dead or Alive, so it's good to be hanging with the
I saw you tweeting about that. I saw you you started playing Nico.
yeah. I've been messing
So
around with the community a little more now.
so what does Nico do better than some other players? Because for you guys don't know, me and Rich both play. We both play Dead or Alive. He plays at a much higher level than I do. What's your rank?
I'm a S plus, but I guess you could say I play like a U. Maybe I would say I play like a U. Because the thing about Dead or Alive, if y'all don't know, there's a very small community, and not a whole lot of people play ranked anymore. So I would say I play like a U, and all the U players play like the next rank up, which is Topaz, and all the Topazes play like the next rank up.
I am a C rank.
Yeah, and he really plays like a. I would say you play like a low A rank.
Yeah, something
You're
like
good,
that.
man.
I don't block enough.
Yeah, it's
I
alright.
don't
He likes to hold,
throw
but
punish.
it's part of like learning the game. You gotta develop your play style.
Yeah. Okay. So for anyone that's listening to this podcast, how would you describe Dead or Alive compared to some other fighting games that
Oh
you're
man,
familiar with, or that other people might know more than Dead or Alive?
yeah. I actually want to make a video about that, but I can definitely briefly explain it. Okay, so Dead or Alive kind of it's a little more fluid. There's not as much neutral as you would say like a Street Fighter or King of Fighters. It's kind of similar to Tekken, but I think Dead or Alive has much better movement. Because in Tekken, if you can't Korean backdash, you're pretty much fucked in a lot of ways. Because you gotta like back up and whiff punish in 3D games.
What's a
Whiff
Korean backdash?
Korean backdash is when you go down down, you go back down, back down. Because in Tekken, the characters kind of move like they have bricks on their feet. You know, Dead or Alive, you can move around pretty easily. You know, movement's not too much of a problem. So it's very fluid. You have the stun system, you have the hold system. So once you hit someone, if you get stunned, you can launch them and of course go for a bound and a close hit, which gets you a lot of damage on combos. And then the hold system is if you see your opponent doing like a high, you can hit up in the block button and you'll do a hold, which kind of Ramiro's likes to do a lot. That's kind of his thing.
Yes. Well, because nobody does them, dude. It's high risk,
Yeah.
high reward. But
And not
nobody
only do you take
does
damage off
them.
of their life bar, you get plus frames off of them. So they're always a good thing to incorporate into your game.
Yeah, but don't rely on them too much because definition high risk, high reward.
And then
You're gonna
Dead or
it might
Alive
win.
also a unique thing about it is they kind of focus more on women than they do male characters. So
Yes,
it's
there's
also
like
an interesting thing to throw in there.
I think there's like 31 or 32 or 33 characters in DOA 6, and I think 11 of them are men.
Yeah,
Last time I counted.
I
It's
think that's a cool
very
thing. I think that's a underrated factor of it. They do have the boob physics, and you know the fan service is definitely there. If that's your kind of thing. Mostly, what
yeah.
brought me to it was the kind of the mechanics of the game are very unique compared to other fighters.
Yeah. But so you've been playing more Dead or Alive, and who do you normally play on Dead or Alive? Like who's
Usually, I
your main?
play Ayane, but I've been trying to pick up different characters. I use Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden series. He's like the best character in the game. He's a literal Swiss Army knife of that game. He
Yeah,
can
he's
pressure
kind of
you
crazy.
from anywhere on the screen. He's always a threat.
He can
Just
teleport. He can get like really. He can like you can get a Ryu that might get tired of doing combos and might only start doing throws.
dog, he's a beast. He is a monster in that game. So I
Yeah.
recently
Is he
picked up Nico, and then it's just been fun
Ryu?
playing with her.
He's not considered like a grappler, is he? Is he considered a grappler? Like I
Yeah,
got no idea.
he has grappler frames.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his neutral throws 4 frames, just like
That's
Tina,
wild.
Bass,
Hanukkah.
Honica
That's
now. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's cool. And then so, what kind of made you want to go back into DOA?
I felt like it was a good time for me
Because
to.
you took a break from it to
Yeah.
play other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. I was kind of bored with the game a little bit, and I think the community was getting a little too toxic. Like, I like the competitive aspect, I like the shit talking, but then when it gets just too personal for me, I'm like, all right, now I need to just back off and do something
Dude,
else. And I think that's a problem that's
I
made a
think
lot of people leave the community and start pursuing other interests. So
that's a big issue for me and with fighting games in general.
yeah, but I mean, every community has like their toxicity, but I think when things start to get way too personal, people just kind of lose interest.
Because like a good example is that like I follow a lot of these groups online. I try engage with some of the community. I tend to shit post a lot more than anything. Like my whole thing is like, oh, maybe I can make somebody laugh by being like really ridiculous. But
Mm-hmm.
like I'll go to the Apex Legends subreddit or even like their Twitter videos, and it's mostly there's a lot of people like bitching about the game and like talking about changes that need to be done. This kind of happens with any game, but
Yeah,
then there's a lot more videos of people who are like, oh, hey, by the way, guys, you can do this as a tip to do that. Like, this is a helpful hint that you can do with this part of the map. If you're using this gun, do this and it'll help you like be better. Like this is the specific recoil pattern for this gun. Like this is how you would need to move your stick to kind of counter it.
yeah,
And you definitely do get some of that in fighting games. Like you definitely get your people that are like they want to be the mentors. If you look up at a lot of YouTube videos for Dead or Alive, it is a lot of like oh look at this combo that I did. There's a couple people that put out videos like that go very detailed. Like the only one I can think of is like Smartphone, a very detailed guide
oh
of like
yeah,
a
Smart Force
character
of
like
Nature.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a great dude. Met him at Summer Jam. Really cool.
yeah. And he puts out like a super detailed guide of like a Yane or Hitomi or something, and but I feel like and maybe it's because the group is smaller. But if you were to go to like the Facebook group or some of the Twitter circles, because Twitter doesn't really do groups, or the subreddit is definitely like a little bit more toxic, especially in the subreddit. If you put almost any gameplay in the subreddit, like almost any kind of gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
people don't fucking like it,
Yeah, man.
and it
There
pisses me
are
off.
people who just want the aspect of like the boobs and shit. They're out there.
Because I would post like clips of gameplay. Sometimes it would have me in it. Sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes it'd be something I'd record on the PlayStation. I was like, oh, that was kind of cool, and I would have to message the mod. Like it's happened like 3 different times where I'd message the mods and be like, hey man, this video got removed and I don't know why. It's not violating any of the guidelines.
Man, I would just lay off of it because it's like once you
Yeah,
put the effort in and it just doesn't get returned, I'm just like, I'll just do something else with my time.
yeah. But that to say, and the Facebook group is way more receptive to that kind of stuff. That's
Mm-hmm.
one thing I do like about it. Um, I like that this Facebook group that I kind of just joined. They're very how do I say it? They're a lot more receptive to that kind of stuff, but they're also way more competitive. Like I'd like it to be a
Oh
little bit more
yeah,
casual.
that's the one thing I like about the group is that they will play with you and they will help you out. There's some really good people in there who've got some good tech, some good tips, some good streamers. There's a lot of different personalities in the DOA community, which is really good and it's really diverse. But
Hey,
it's like once things get way too competitive, people get real serious. Like the egos come into play, and it's just
yes,
like,
and
come
then
on,
they
man, it's fighting games. Unless Rihanna or like freaking Megan Good is gonna call me for playing Dead or Alive 6, I'm never gonna care that much. You
yep.
know, unless I'm gonna be a millionaire off of this game. You know, I'm never gonna take it too seriously. Where I'm like, I get a big head from all this shit.
And that's the one thing that kind of like turns me off to a lot of. It's part of the reason why like it takes me a while to make a Dead or Alive video sometimes because it's like I'll message some people like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And they're like, "Oh, well, that's kind of already known." And I'm like, "Well, it's known to you because you know so much about the game.
Hmm.
Like, if you're trying to get new people in, like, you got to find a way to explain this stuff in a digestible way."
Yeah, it's not hard to. Well, no, it is hard to get like new people into sticking with the game. They'll give it a chance because core fighters is free, but it's hard
Yeah,
to get people to stay with it because it's quite the hill to climb up if you come into that community because those people are really good. And I started climbing the ranks, and I had to go through like the same initiation as everyone else. So
that's
yeah.
cool. So that's Dead or Alive, everybody. What other stuff have you been? What other games have you been playing? Persona.
Oh yeah, dude, I've been mainlining Persona 5 like right into the veins. That game is just fun. I can't help it. Every time I have some like free time, I'm like, what, let me do a Persona 5 run and get some more links going, level up my characters. It's just a fun ass game.
Do you have like multiple save files or something?
Uh I had the one for Persona, and then I got Persona 5 Royale. So it has like all the extra content and all the good stuff, more characters, and all kinds of stuff like that.
Um, I've never played Persona 5, so how would you sell me on it?
Uh, I would say it's like Final
I've never played a
Fantasy.
Persona game, period, actually.
Yeah, it's like a turn-based Final Fantasy game, but it also has like a social life aspect where you can turn it into a dating simulator if you want to do that, or you can just learn about the characters in the world, and it's pretty modern to be honest, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah,
But,
but it's turn-based. It's not like the new Final Fantasies. It's like the old Final Fantasies.
okay. So, anything else go on with your week, or is that it?
That's mostly what I've been doing. Just playing Persona 5, getting back into DOA, watching Avatar on Netflix here and there.
Yeah, I just got done watching that like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, man. I'm new to Avatar, so like
Dude, me
Toph was
too.
like the coolest fucking character I've seen. I love
What
Toph.
part? What episode or what part of the series are you in?
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, you just finished it?
So I started rewatching it just to see like if there's anything I missed.
Oh, dude, my favorite relationship in that whole series is the Uncle Iroh and Zuko relationship.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Like just
It's
it's crazy how good that show is. Like there's some really good themes, some really good bonds in there. It's really
yeah,
good.
for me the first season is a little bit too slow, but I get why they did it the way they did because they're
Yeah.
kind of trying to introduce you to the world. They're kind of building these characters that I was surprised come out in season 2 and even season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like the Kyoshi Warriors, they're in the second episode,
Yeah.
and you don't see them again for the rest of the first season. But they make an impact. They make like a cameo in season 3, in season 2, and then they become really well. One of them becomes really important in season 3,
Yeah.
and I think like it has a lot of little world building things where it kind of like goes back to like little random things that you, well, not random, but like things that you didn't think were that important, but then they become more important.
Yeah. Like that
And,
show is really fucking good. Like it's pretty well paced for like an anime thing. And then they don't do a
yeah,
whole lot of flashbacks. They build the characters up. They make good choices. They make mistakes here and there, but it's nothing like the group can't check another person for making a mistake. Like when
hmm
the waterbending chick was calling out the Toph for scamming people. It was pretty good. Like
yeah.
I was
It's
surprised that they had so many adult themes into that show. They're not like adult themes like drinking and stuff, but like adult problems that we would go through.
oh yeah, it's really well done. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, I think the first seasons are a little like a little slow, but it feels like it has to be that way just because it introduces you to so many concepts of the show.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
it draws you
and
in. Like you wonder about the Fire Nation, you wonder about Earth bending, because all we see is water and wind at first. So we want to
yeah,
like see the rest.
Yeah, and what I thought was really cool is like how they mentioned a lot of Bossing Say in like the first season. They mentioned it a lot. They mentioned like every other episode at least once,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't even know what it looks like. And then in the second season, a majority of the second season takes place in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like all that like just like cool ass like world building.
Yeah, and
Like
then even when you get there, they have the whole drill going in there, so they have to stop that
yeah,
first, and then we get to the city. It's like a really good build up. I
yeah,
like
and
it.
then and even then they have this one episode where you follow like what the different characters are doing in Bossing Say. They're like over the course of like a month, I think.
Yeah.
And once again, Eros is I really like Uncle Eros, like
Oh,
what
with
he
his
does in the
son.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, with his son. I thought that was really, really, really rad. Yeah, they have a lot of like really cool stuff. I like how like Zuko, his hair grows back throughout the show,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just kind of like symbolic of like his character development.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also like how even when he tries to be a good guy, he just fucks up a lot.
Yup. Because he definitely had that moment of weakness before they shot the Avatar with the lightning. I was like, oh
Yeah,
man, why'd you switch sides, dude? Again?
yeah,
Why?
and that's cool because like you know if you're ever trying to make a bad guy into a good guy, they wouldn't they wouldn't just turn the page just like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Like in real
Especially with
life, that
his father, and he was trying to redeem himself, and he had the opportunity to catch the Avatar again, so of course he would take it.
yeah, it's like it's almost like yeah, it's like I like that a lot because it's like such a real life thing of like if you're ever changing your opinion on something, it's slow, it's gradual, it's never unless it's like some kind of like emergency, it's never like that.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot about the show.
Yeah, it's a really good show. I was
Yeah,
surprised because
yeah,
when
definitely
it comes to
check.
anime, I'm usually the first one to be like, man, this shit is fucking trash. Like, I could never watch Dragon Ball. I know I have a Dragon Ball Z shirt on, but I could never watch Dragon Ball Z at like the old age I'm at, like 30. I can't watch any more shows that are like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto. I'm like, this shit is just too long. It's too many flashbacks, too much drawn out bullshit. I'm like, just get to the story or entertain me.
Well, and that's the one thing I like about Avatar a lot is that like how much of Naruto did you watch?
I'm pretty sure I watched most of it. I might have skipped the filler episodes, but I'm pretty sure like I watched most of it. I have a good understanding of the show.
Because okay, so the show I think combined with I think with Naruto and Naruto Shippuden combined, I want to say they have over 500 episodes.
Yeah, I'm
Let me
pretty
see.
sure it's up there because it's too fucking many.
Let me look it up. Episode number. Well, the reason I'm saying that is because so Avatar does something that's really okay. So regular Naruto has 220, but I think the last two seasons were straight up only filler. It was just stuff that happened after Sasuke left.
Yeah.
So let's see. Naruto Shippuden has Naruto Shippuden has 21 seasons. What the fuck? That's why does it have that many? Why does it have 21 seasons? That's insane.
Yeah, like
All right.
to an anime lover, that probably sounds amazing. To me, it just sounds like hell no.
Okay, so Naruto Shippuden has 500 episodes. So combined, it's over 720 episodes.
Dude,
So a lot of that is filler. A lot of that is filler. It's like 30 or 40% of that is just straight up filler.
yeah, and I watched it when the series was done. That's when I went through like the show.
Yeah, and that's how I watch a lot of shows now. Actually, it's like I just wait for it to finish because I'm just like I'm not gonna go along for this ride if it's gonna take a long fucking time. I'm just gonna wait. If it's gonna take a
Yeah.
long time, I'll just watch it when it's over.
And I'm like, can we
And
get to
that's
the
what.
fights and to the good shit? Like, I don't care about the rest of this dumb shit. I don't care about these flashbacks. I don't care about 90% of this crap. I just want to get to the fights and the story.
That's what I did with Game of Thrones, where I said, "Oh well, I'm not gonna watch it until it's over." And then during the last season, everyone started complaining about it, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm just not gonna watch it anymore."
Yeah, that's why I hated Naruto, because it felt like I was just always building up to the next fight, and I'm just ready to get to the fight, and then I'm just waiting these episodes to get to the next fight or get a decent story. And they draw that story out like so long.
And the thing I want to say, the way it goes back to Avatar is that Avatar does the bad guy turns good. They do that arc really well. Like they do it really, really good over the whole series.
Yeah, over 3 freaking seasons. 3 seasons. That's it.
Yeah, and so like when you go to Naruto and you have Sasuke's good, then he turns bad, but he has to turn good by the end of the show because Boruto's already been out for a while, and in Boruto he's a dad. So they got to get Sasuke to be good, and they ride that train as long as fucking possible to turn him good. He is evil for like 99.9% of Naruto Shippuden, and then he turns good at the end.
Dog.
And I haven't seen the whole show. I haven't seen the whole show, but how much you want to bet that he has to fight someone to turn good?
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to ruin it for you, but that show sucks Sasuke off so hard. It's just, and the sad thing is, I wanted to see more of like Neji. I wanted to see more of Kiba. I wanted to see more of Choji.
The guy that was always sleeping a lot,
sleeping all the time. Oh.
Yeah, he should have been the Hokage. He's like the smartest one. I saw the way he took out that Akatsuki guy.
Yeah, he's
that was
cool.
That was
Shikamaru.
Shikamaru, yeah. Shikamaru was one of my favorite characters. I was like, he is so smart. He should have been by the end of it, he should have been the Hokage. Because Naruto eventually becomes a Hokage, and you can tell because of fucking Boruto.
Yeah.
They spoil that shit.
Okay, good. I don't want to spoil it, but
I don't know why Shikamaru was not the Hokage, especially during Naruto Shippuden. They spent the whole... Anytime Shikamaru is on screen, they go out of their way to tell you, man, that guy right there, he sleeps a lot, but he's really fucking intelligent.
Yeah. Like, they make all these characters so cool, and then they just amount to nothing. It's really anticlimactic in the end. I'm sorry, but I really wanted to see those characters develop and get stronger, and then they're just like, nope, fuck them. Naruto, Sasuke. That's what you're getting, bitch. And I'm like, okay. And don't even get me started on the females. Holy shit. They're like cannon fodder.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Well, that's the thing is that, like, Sasuke ends up... I know he ends up marrying, what's her name? Sakura? But doesn't he hit her, like, multiple times throughout Shippuden? Like, multiple goddamn times? Like, I think he stabs her at one point. I don't know if she heals herself.
I don't want to ruin it, but let's just say if I had been that kind of relationship with a female and she had made that many attempts on my life, I would not have married her. No.
Yeah, it's like...
I would never do that, fam.
It's so... it just annoys me that Avatar has a really good, like, bad guy to good guy arc. It's done really well. It's done over the course of, like, 60 episodes. And then you have Naruto that has about 700 episodes going, like, he's a good guy at first, then he turns bad guy, then he's going to be a good guy. But we're going to need 400 episodes. Order them right now. We need to tell this story.
In Avatar, they would have handled Sasuke being in an abusive relationship with, was it Sakura? They would have addressed that shit and they would have broke up. And they would have, like, just dismissed Sasuke. Avatar would not handle that shit.
Yeah, and then not only that, but Sasuke was also considered a terrorist because he joined the Akatsuki.
Yeah.
Or, wait... No, his brother was part of the Akatsuki.
Yeah, you'll find out about it.
No, he was definitely wearing an Akatsuki coat.
Yeah, he joined the Akatsuki.
Nah, yeah, that's just a fucking terrorist. Mm-hmm. He's a ninja terrorist. All right, I'm done with Naruto. Fuck Naruto.
That was pretty good. People love anime, so I'm sure they'll like that
I mean,
part.
Naruto has a lot of cool shit. Like, I love every single one of the Akatsuki fights, like, right before and after. I love
Yeah,
it a
they're
lot.
sick. It's just
Yeah.
building up to it, which is the
Yeah, it's
problem.
like when they introduce Shippuden, when they get to the puppet dude, I'm like, oh man, I love all this shit. This is all good shit right here. They got that old ass lady like doing some puppet shit too. I was like, oh, that's cool. And the
Hmm.
puppet guy, they did like a whole Metal Gear Solid plot twist. Boom, not who you think
Yeah,
it is.
he was tight. Like I like all the Akatsuki members. They're fucking cool.
Yeah. The dude that Shikamaru got, the one with the that looked like a goddamn monster underneath, that
Hmm.
was fantastic. All that shit was cool. The guy, my favorite one was Hidan, the one that controlled the shadows,
Yeah,
or like looked like a skull. He was wacky and fucking cool. Pain, the best, the absolute best. That's when Naruto peaked for me. Was when they got to Pain, and then he started learning more about his backstory. And he started learning more about what Orochimaru and the old guy with the white hair were doing during the previous Ninja War.
hmm.
And like what that chick with that makes the origami stuff. The
Oh,
I don't know, Kona,
yeah,
whatever.
Conan, who does like the paper
Yeah,
stuff.
she's named after coffee. Um, I'm serious. I think Hawaiian's coffee is called Kona coffee. Anyway, she was rad. Like the whole pain little thing was cool, and even the person that ended up like kind of pulling the strings from the back,
Hmm.
who was like giving Pain his power or whatever, he ended up being pretty cool because he had red hair. And Naruto's mom, from what I know, has red hair, and he had the exact same last name as Naruto, which makes sense because Naruto didn't have the same last name as Minato.
Yeah, and they came from the same clan. That was
Yeah,
cool.
and that was cool that was tied together. And like, if you knew, you knew, and if you didn't, you didn't. But it's so much bloat in between,
Yeah,
so much goddamn blubber in between.
because they'll like draw this shit out. Like we knew that Minato was freaking Naruto's dad. It just took like 18 million seasons to get to that part. I'm like, all right,
His
man.
face was on the fucking mountain.
Yeah, I'm like he looks just like him. Like, come on, yo. Yeah,
His
anyway,
face was on the. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Fuck Naruto. All right, what else? What else did you want to talk about?
so the next thing, man, is have you seen like all these people getting like canceled off of like Twitch and the whole Me Too movement?
Someone needs to message the Hidden Leaf Village in the name of Sakura, and she needs to meet to Sasuke
Yeah, she
because I
should.
know Sasuke hit the fuck out of her.
She should have done that a minute ago, but I'm not even
But
gonna speak on that abusive relationship.
but I know that a lot of streamers. Well, I've heard because I don't keep up as that much with Twitch. I keep up with the big news, not so much of this other stuff.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of people that seem to be like losing their platform.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Is
The
like this week, because I don't know everyone's name on Twitch, but it seemed like there was a lot of people who were just getting blown up, and I'm like, what is going on here? Because it wasn't just like one or two people; it was like 8 or something like that.
Dude, I think it's way more than 8. I think it seems like it's a lot of people.
Yeah, someone
It's a
had
lot
like
of
I saw like a spreadsheet on one of the articles. It was nuts.
yeah. It's I don't know what's going on, man. It's just I legitimately I don't fully understand and comprehend what's going on. I don't know if Twitch is just being like stricter on their terms of service.
No, because they
I
changed
don't.
their terms of service for this. I think it was earlier this week when they like showed it off because people were talking about it and
But
how they're gonna take those things like more seriously. I'm pretty sure is what they said.
yeah, and then on the other side of that, you got that one dude suing Twitch for you can't stop like fucking jacking off
Oh
to
my
streamers.
god, that is so weird.
You got both those things going on at once.
Yes.
A whole bunch of people being purged from the platform for things that they may have done to other people, and the thing is, I don't know if like I can't keep up with all of it. I don't know how much of it has been proven true. I don't know how much of it is so far allegedly done. I just don't know.
Yeah, most of it is allegedly, and honestly, it's not even like stuff that's happened this week. It's been like
Yeah,
stuff that's been in the past, and then it's like come back. which is nuts. Like, I'm sure you know about the Angry Joe thing.
Yeah, actually, interesting thing on that. I was actually following up on that one. So on Reddit, that lady. So you know how she posted a long medium article
Yeah,
about how Angry Joe supposedly like I don't even know what you call it. I think sexually harassed her.
yeah.
Yeah, she deleted that.
Damn.
Yeah, because Joe said he was going to get his lawyers and stuff. Now, I don't know why she deleted it. I don't know if she also got lawyers and her lawyers told her, hey, you need to delete this right now.
Yeah, unless you have like actual proof or something like that, you're probably gonna
I,
get hit with a cease and desist if it's a big personality.
and then Angry Joe, I don't think he's going to talk about it at all until his lawyers let him. And that could be a year, 2, 3, 4 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could take a very, very, very long time. And I don't know what the chick's lawyers are.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they could also tell us like, "Hey, stop talking about this," because that's what they did with Angry Joe. They told him stop talking about it.
Yeah.
And it is weird that she deleted her allegation, and she also, I think on her Twitter, she actually I'm not gonna say because I legitimately don't know without looking at it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely wild the amount of people getting accused of things.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm glad
Like,
I never like fully dived in to like certain communities and just started like networking with a bunch of people because maybe I would have liked some of these women and made a move on them possibly or like messaged them or something, but I've never done that because I just don't really know the terms of engagement, especially on Twitch and like messaging people. I'm from like the 90s, so we went outside, we talked to women, and we kind of got the whole, we would talk for back and forth. You get the banter, a little bit of, yes, what do you say these days? Like you would get some
yo,
physical
did you hear that
feedback.
band? That shit slaps so hard.
What?
Bum, 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 bum. That's what they would say.
Oh
You
my
said what
god.
they would say these days. So I was
That
like, did
is
you hear that band? That shit slaps. Bum, 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 bum. Meme.
Yeah, we didn't have memes back then, so you kind of had to go off of like your talking.
Dude, memes were called jokes.
Yeah, they were jokes. Yeah, and like you would know if a girl liked you, she would start touching you, calling you, and all kinds of stuff. Nowadays, I'm not really so sure. So people be like sliding them DMs, Rich. I'm like, no, because I don't know what to
No.
say.
Yeah, I
So
don't like the whole sliding into DM stuff. Well, it's just it's I think it's called Poe's Law. It's the biggest problem with the internet. Let me look up what Poe's Law is. I feel like I know a lot of shit, but I can't regurgitate it back.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, okay. Opposed law is an adage of internet culture stating that without a clear indicator of the author's intent, it's impossible to create a parody of extreme views.
Yeah,
So basically, what that means is that like unless the person writing something on the internet is saying what the reason why they're writing it,
like explicitly.
it's explicitly you can take that in any way
Right.
whatsoever. It could be offensive, it could be not offensive. It's the internet. Like since you don't have a tone, you don't have a voice. There's no real way you can tell how you're saying something sarcastic.
Yeah, that's why like I said we were in the 90s. Like the term is body language. We always had body language.
Yeah.
So if you were given a certain energy, you would get that reciprocated back. And then like you could either proceed or if a woman wasn't interested, you could back off and just stay like as a friend. And that's not like a bad thing like the friend zone. It's just, to stop and it's not going to go any further than that. But like
Yeah.
now on the internet, you can just keep pushing and just
Yep.
messaging people until you get like ghosted or blocked. It's like there's no like real rule for this kind of shit. So a lot of people don't like maneuver the right way.
Yeah, it's it definitely sucks for sure because I don't know what the solution for any of this kind of stuff
Yeah,
would be.
I don't know because it seems like it goes one or two ways. Either they just keep pushing and get blocked or Me Too'd or something like that. Like it goes way too far, or people just get ghosted and they're like, oh, that person's a bitch or that person's a dickhole.
So this is a really good example. This is a tweet that I like, and I'm gonna retweet it right now because it's a good fucking tweet. So the tweet is from a chick named at Bree X Haru, and it says, "Y'all see how men are made. Y'all see how men are. I made it clear. I said no so many times. Some of y'all weird as fuck." And like the whole point of this tweet was like, you know, for some people, no doesn't mean no. For some people, you can say no, and they'll just keep pushing relentlessly.
Yeah, because some people like to be chased. Some people are like, persistence is key. And they'll take that literally at face value. And they're just like, okay, I just need to be persistent with this person. It's like, no.
So she
not
posted,
always the case.
So she posted some images of the dude that was messaging her. And his name, I'm not going to say his username, but his name was Miguel Garcia. So Miguel says, hey, let's fuck. I'll pull up right now. We can do it in my car. Haha. And then she accepted the message request because on Twitter you would have to accept the message request. Mm-hmm. And she says no. And then he says, "Can we just kiss? Talk?" Then she says no. He says, "Damn, like that?" Sad face emoji. And then she says, "Yeah." So it is like that. So then this long thread, it continues. She says, "I mean, why can't you give me a chance? You act like I'm gonna do something stupid." And then she said, "Because I don't want to. LOL. I said no twice already." So then he says, I just want to see you give you dick, hopefully, and chill. All right, then. My bad for bothering you. Let me suck them. We can get tacos after. And so she said, I said no 3 times already. What makes you think I want to now? And it's true. Like, none of this shit's romantic. None of this stuff's in any kind of universe. None of this stuff sounds like you're approaching someone with good intent.
Yeah, dog. That literally sounds like that scene in Anchorman where they're all trying to hit on the weather chick.
Oh, yes.
And the one guy's like, hey, you want to go out, have some chicken, have some sex, see how the night goes. It's like, yo, you can't be fucking serious right now.
So she said no 3 times already, and he says, what the fuck? I don't even remember. Oh, so she said no 3 times, and I guess now later, he says, oh, what the fuck? I don't even remember texting you. Oh, yeah, never mind, I do. So then he says, you give all these motherfuckers chances and who just hit it and quit it, but you can't even let me take you out? So then she said, who said I give people chances? LMFAO, I never let people hit it and quit it. You weird for that. You can't take no for an answer. Bro, you weird. So Miguel comes back with the LMAO, you weird too, honey, relax. And she says, weird for saying no more than once. I made it clear. And then he says, yeah, because apparently you know who I am, LMAO. I don't need to say no. Now leave me alone.
Jesus Christ, this guy
this goes on. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And like I said, if you want to see it, just go to my Twitter account, at Ramavalos_YT. I just retweeted it.
Holy shit, dude. Calm down.
Weird for making it, for saying no more than once. He's like, yeah, because apparently you know who I am. I don't need to. I said no. Now leave me alone. And so he responds with how a lot of these people tend to end their messages, which is, go get hurt by fuckboys then.
Yeah. I would agree. He tried to hit her with the high school shit. Like, why are you dating this guy? You should be dating me. You give all these fuckboys a chance. Why not me? Look, let me tell you guys out there, that is the last thing you want to say to a girl. That is literally some high school fucking stalker level BS. I know it looks good when you're watching it on like little Nickelodeon shows and shit, but in real life, don't fucking do that. Do not fucking do that, yo. The last thing you want to do is compare yourself to another guy, because then it's not going to work out in your favor. It's really not. Yeah, and trust me, I've been that guy before in high school. I'm like, yo, why you date this fucking dickhead who's like just bragging to you about his friends, and it did not work out the way I wanted to. So I was like, well, got to change that up.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's definitely unfortunate. People definitely do not take hints at all, ever.
Mm-hmm. I can only imagine it's probably happening to a lot of Twitch streamers, a lot of YouTube personalities, especially the ladies, because I know it's a lot of dudes. We're in like a more introvert type of hobby when it comes to gaming and YouTube and the internet and such. So, they're going to shoot their shot when they feel like when the opportunity kind of presents itself, especially when you're like donating to Twitch and she says your name or your user tag, or you get to play a couple games with her, maybe talk to her on Discord. So
there was a word
I
for
can
that.
imagine.
What was it? Parasocial? Give me a second.
Because I was wondering a couple times.
Parasocial. That's the word you're looking for. It's a parasocial relationship.
Parasocial?
Yeah, one-sided relationship where one person extends emotional energy, interest, and time, and the other party, the persona, is completely unaware of the other's existence. So,
yeah. Because you're just text on the screen to her. You're just a name. There's no like person attached to it.
Yeah, it's you're looking at like you're making it seem more than what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like a donation.
Getting to know people over the internet. I mean, I don't mean you're literally just a name. I just mean on the screen you're just a name. They can't really put a person, like a face and a personality just to that name. But if you go to like TwitchCon or you develop relationships with people over Discord, that's good. It's just make sure you realize the terms of what you're on, and you can just be friends. Don't escalate it unless you know that there's clear signs that the person wants to be with you.
And like always remember that like while you're online, like once again, pose law. Like unless you're aware of that person's sense of humor or how that person types, like if you got to know that person, unless a person explicitly says like, what they mean by what they're typing, you can interpret it almost any way, and they can do the same thing to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And but between parasocial relationships and I guess pose law, it's people are weird.
Yeah, I hope they learn from this and maneuver a little bit better on the internet. Be careful with what you do, and think before you post, I guess.
Yeah. Also, if you don't know if it's going to be weird or not, honestly, just ask one of your close friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your friends will tell you if something's a bad idea or not.
Yeah.
And sometimes your friends might be wrong, but it's always good to have a second, third, fourth, even fifth opinion. Yeah.
So what's going on, dude? I know you had something you wanted to talk about.
No, I'm looking over what we put in our list. Oh, actually, the guy, back to that guy suing Twitch for masturbation. That's actually a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's suing Twitch because he has depression and a whole bunch of other mental health issues, and on top of that, he cannot get away from his computer screen, and donates way too much money to some female streamers.
Poor guy, man. I do feel bad for that guy.
I mean,
that's a complicated issue, my man.
It is, but like there's Dr. Phil always says he says this. I like Dr. Phil's show a lot, but problems are often complex, multi-layered, difficult to figure out why people have problems or why people are the way they are due to problems.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Problems are difficult. Just look at this whole racism shit right now going on in the country. But solutions are often very simple.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's difficult it's understandable, and it's also difficult to figure out why someone is very, very racist. But the solution is simple. Stop being racist.
Yeah. Just gotta put stuff out there.
Getting that person to that solution might be very difficult for reasons unknown, but solutions usually very simple, problems very complicated.
Yeah.
And with this guy and his mental health issues, the solution is simple. Take away his computer. Just maybe don't use the computer for a while.
Yeah, it sounds like you just need some other hobbies, some real life friends, and maybe some exercise.
Yeah, go camping for a while. Like, I don't know, like stay away from tech. I just think he needs to stay away from technology for a bit.
Yeah.
like go out and then go get a few parties. Like, but once again, I don't know the guy. I don't know his story. It's. I mean, clearly he takes this serious enough where he thinks that this is detrimental to his life.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, it's once again solutions aren't are they do tend to be a little bit more simple than the problem themselves. It's just
No, I mean, it's great that he's supporting streamers and whatnot. That's really good. I mean, don't lose your whole life savings and all your money just donating to Twitch streamers. You definitely don't need to do that. You know, I don't think there's a Twitch streamer that maybe there are, but me as a Twitch streamer, I don't want people to lose their livelihood over me just because, you know, I play video games with you and whatnot. And
yeah.
I'm not sure why you want to masturbate to a streamer. That kind of weirds me out because there's been a couple times where I'm just streaming and like, yo, turn your cam on. But I'm like, why do you want me to turn my cam on? I'm like, I was kind of just chilling, you know, it's like 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't really want to show my face because I'm like, just finished done eating like Eggo waffles and stuffing my face full of like strawberry milk. I just want to relax. So I'm like, are you gonna like jack it off to my face? I'm like, don't do that. What's wrong with you?
Some people just like to see your beautiful smile, Rich. That's all that person wanted. You denied them your smile.
I couldn't imagine someone like jacking off to a stream. It's just it's the weirdest shit I've ever heard.
No, yeah, for reals, especially because pornography is so like so accessible.
Yeah. I always forget that cam girls are a thing. Yeah, this is the internet.
Yeah, it's you know, it's I don't know. I mean, pornography being accessible has its other issues. Like you do get people that are legitimately addicted to masturbation now.
Yeah,
that's a problem with a lot of teenagers. It's not just boys. It's also like girls. Like it's hindering the relationship of it's hindering building normal relationships.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and that's why I can't get too attached to it because I really like normal relationships. Even me, I would say as an introvert, I'd rather talk to you like face to face, even though like a face cam or, you know, Discord chat. I would really love to do that than, I guess, jack off or just fake like I have a relationship with like an anime character or anything. Like, there's no replacing that.
I don't know, man. Those new virtual tubers, they're replacing stuff.
Oh no, not those.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Virtual build-a-doll chicks. I've actually seen that advertised on like YouTube. I was like, really?
Dude, so one time I was on Pornhub and I was looking at the recommendation stuff, and there is something that legitimately freaked me out. And I don't know if you guys know this. There's a whole category for this on Pornhub, and it's real, but it's grown as men and women having sex, but with big ass anime heads.
What?
Like a whole like plastic big anime head.
Like a furry, but with anime heads?
Dude, you can look it up. I'm not gonna. It's fucking creepy. It's like almost like real life dolls. It's
My
fucking
God.
weird. It's fucking weird. And I grew up being scared of Chucky and being scared of all these like fucking dolls.
Hell no.
Like that shit is legitimately very creepy to me.
So it's like a helmet, like a Daft Punk helmet, with like an anime character on top of it, right?
Yeah, like a head and the hair, and it's
Jesus Christ.
It's very, very creepy. That being said, dude, I have to go to the bathroom really bad right now. It just hit me.
Oh, you're cool. You can just edit
All right.
that out.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, yo. It's your boy Zaka right here.
So, did you look up the weird doll people?
No, I'm not looking that shit up.
Dude, it's the thing that weirds me out the most is people in like doll costumes, and especially people in doll costumes having sex.
Yeah.
Dude, that's some nightmare fuel for me.
Dude, it was already enough when I figured out what furries were, and I watch internet historians video on like the furry con thing. I was like, holy shit, no.
Oh yeah, some of them go like actual like it's weird. It's like there's two sides of the furry community. There's the people that just like dressing up, and then there's people that want to fuck.
Yeah.
Like just all they want to do is just fuck.
I mean, it seems like they party hard. There's no denying that. So
yeah, no one has ever partied harder than a furry.
Hey, look, I support it as long as they like it. I love it. That's great. Do your thing, yo. I ain't mad at y'all.
But yeah, that's awkward conversations aside. We can move away from this topic altogether.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, anyway, what else in games and stuff are you excited for?
Oh, definitely. I know. Did you watch that that Cyberpunk new trailer?
I saw some of it. Yeah, it looks really out there.
Yeah, I really am digging it. The more they show that game, like the more I'm just like, all right, I just want to see it. I want to play it. This is cool. I just want to dive into this world and just see what crazy shit CD Projekt Red has put in this game, because it just looks so cool. It's like Grand Theft Auto, but in like first person view, and then it's in the future. It's just sick.
I don't like first person view that much.
I didn't like it at first, but then I was like, I came around to it because I feel like if you had kind of taken like the third person approach, it would kind of take you out of the immersion of being like first person. Like first person, I feel like you're just in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just don't like it. It's like it's part of the reason why I wasn't that big into like Overwatch skins, because we played Overwatch together.
Yeah,
and I do not care for the skins at all in that game, and part of the reason is because it's in the first person view.
Yeah, I mean, you can't see them.
You literally can't see. The only time you can ever see them is if you wouldn't play the game.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah,
never
like
thought of that way.
Yeah, at least in Apex Legends when you do like a fatality, because there are fatalities in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Which is one of the coolest shit about Apex Legends. But yeah, when you do a fatality, it gives you like a more cinematic camera angle, so you can actually see your character.
Yeah.
And when you're diving down, you can see your character and do like cool emotes. And when you win, you can also see your character. And in Overwatch, you do see your character when you win, but so much of that game is like you never ever see your character. At least in Apex, you can do a fatality to everyone you kill.
Yeah, that's true. But being like a transhuman doesn't interest you in Cyberpunk?
I don't know. I don't know how that game is. I have no idea about that. I don't know how that game's story is even gonna work.
No, you're just.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I think you're like lower class, and you kind of like work your way up like the ladder and stuff, and build your connections, and then you can like upgrade your arms and your weapons and shit. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like it's gonna have a really interesting narrative. I don't know what the story is really gonna be about, but I'm willing to go on the journey. It sounds like it's going to be cool.
Like, it looks cool. Like, the game looks better than I thought it was going to look.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is probably going to be the best looking game of this. I don't even know if you can even consider this game this generation game, because at this point, it got moved back to, like, what, November?
Yeah, and
so
basically going to have a patch for PS5.
It's going to be launching with the new consoles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know if this is a current gen game anymore.
I think that's probably why they keep pushing it back.
But I have no idea how long this game, if the game is longer than like 20 hours, I'm gonna be pretty shocked.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. It's CD Projekt Red, man. Do you know how long The Witcher is? The Witcher 3?
Yeah, one of my cousins just played it. He told me that it took a lot of his time.
That game is long as shit. So I'm sure, like, even if it's half of that length, it's definitely going to be a really good game.
Oh, that's interesting, dude. YouTube, do you know YouTube has chapters now?
Oh yeah, for videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta start
chapters in the
little thing. I gotta start time stamping our fucking podcast.
Yeah, people love the timestamps. I love them.
Okay, you're gonna be in charge of timestamps next time.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, just put it in the Discord and we'll figure it out. How can you tell on Discord how long you've been? Okay, there's a little recording time by the rec. Okay. So if you look at the bottom right of your OBS,
mm-hmm.
you can see how long it's been recording. It says REC.
Yeah. I got it on.
All right, we'll time stamp it through that. Okay.
Yup. Did
That's
you see
cool.
the
That's
Crash
fucking rad.
Bandicoot trailer?
Yeah, I saw the box art. I saw the box cover leak. I didn't
Yeah.
realize they even had a trailer out.
Yeah, there's a trailer, Crash 4, It's About Time. Looks pretty awesome.
Oh, they're doing the time thing again. Crash Bandicoot 3 was about time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Crash Bandicoot 3 was probably I think the one I played the most.
Hell yeah, that was really good. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped.
Yeah,
Good
I remember
fucking times.
during the original PS1, people did not like it as much as the first or the second.
Yeah, I
I
think the
think
second one's like the best, but the
that's what
third
everyone
one's good.
says. At least that's what I remember people saying.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the second one was the best because it had the high jump, just a couple extra moves. The third one just took it like next level. They just went crazy with it, like the running shoes and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah,
It
and
was cool.
that I think that's what I like about it. But yeah, I'm looking at the trailer right now. It looks pretty cool. I like the Aztec vibe that they're sticking with it, even though it's in the future.
Yeah, it looks like this should have just been the next one after all the rest because Crash went through some bullshit after like the PlayStation 1, man. He has a lot of misfires.
He had one PS2 game, right?
Those games, no, he had a couple. It was like Twin Sanity,
Yeah.
something with the Titans. He had a couple games. I'm like, these aren't as good. They weren't bad, but they definitely weren't as good as the first three.
So let's see. Crash Bandicoot 1, Cortex Strikes Back, Warped. Then there's the Wrath of Cortex, which was the first one for the PS2.
Yeah, that game was not that great. The loading times were
Twin Sanity,
horrendous.
Crash of the Titans,
Yeah, I remember playing that.
Mind Over Mutant.
Didn't have that one.
Yeah, and that's kind of. I'm surprised they didn't release one for the PS. Oh no, they did. Crash of the Titans was the PSP. So, Wrath of Cortex. I remember seeing this. I don't think that. I think that might have been the best PS2 one. I remember that's the one that introduced the big like Hulk version of Crash.
Ooh, let me see
You
this.
remember the bigger, the Wrath of Cortex? It had the bigger Crash. Yeah, Twin Sanity. I don't remember that one at all. And Crash of the Titans. I don't remember that one at all either.
Yeah, I had Twin Sanity. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
Wrath
don't.
of Cortex. I remember that. That
Yeah,
one was the shitty loading times. Holy shit! It took
but
like 5 minutes to load a level.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't remember this at all, man. That's insane. Yeah, all this stuff is just white. And then Mind Over Mutant. I have no idea what that is.
No, that was like when
Crash.
he kind of teamed up with Cortex, and you could like take over like mutants and shit, and you could battle with like these like characters. You could like hijack a bigger character and ride him around and fight him and stuff. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, dude. These. I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now. One of these images looks a lot like it's a South Park game.
Yeah, they
That's
don't
weird.
have like the same charm as the originals.
No. I mean, I remember when the third one came out, people were winding off it, but like I also remember really being into like Twisted Metal, and I used to play a lot Twisted Metal 1. Oh no, Twisted Metal. Yeah, I played a little bit of that. Really liked Twisted Metal 2,
Oh,
and
dude,
then
I played the fuck out of Twisted Metal too.
I played a lot. I remember still playing a lot of Twisted Metal 3 and 4.
Yeah,
And I remember 3 and 4 aren't considered canon anymore, but they 3 had some really hard bosses. And I remember 4 had like every level had a boss, and then they brought back a whole bunch of old characters, and I was just like, oh, that's really cool. But they
yeah.
came out one right after another.
2 was really fun. It was hard as balls.
Yeah.
But I remember like Dark Tooth was like the final boss of that game. That shit was hard. I always picked Spectre
Yeah.
because he had the little missile that could fire through walls. Spectre was my guy.
Yeah, and then he came back in the PSP version of Twisted Metal. I can't remember what it was
Oh
called.
yeah, where you had like the small cars. It was like RC cars, but it was
No,
Twisted
that
Metal.
was a PS1 game.
I thought it was P. Oh, maybe it was P.
No, the PSP was almost like a remake of 2.
Oh, yeah, 2 was
I,
lit. 3 was pretty fucking good. 3 had a really good soundtrack. Like it had Rob Zombie on the soundtrack.
That's the
It
3
was
and 4 was when they
fucking
brought in Rob
sick.
Zombie. I think Rob Zombie was an actual character you could unlock in 3.
Dude, he was so cool, and like I remember I had like a Walkman for like a CD player, and you could put Twisted Metal 3 in there, and you could listen to the soundtrack on the game disc.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I used to do that as a kid.
That must have been an experimental feature.
Yeah, I don't know why it worked, but if you put the PlayStation 1 game of Twisted Metal 3 in a CD player, it will play the tracks. It's crazy.
Oh. Yeah, so the PSP one was called Twisted Metal Head On.
Head
And
on.
Twisted Metal Head On kind of tried combining like the story of Twisted Metal 2 and Twisted Metal Black. I remember that now.
Oh.
Because the Cortez, man, Cortez is like the bad guy of every early PlayStation era bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Cortez, he, no, Calypto.
Calypto. Good old Calypto.
Calypto, he had his art style from Twisted Metal Black, but a lot of the characters were from Twisted Metal 2. You even had to fight Darktooth from Twisted Metal 2.
Oh, I might have to watch
Yeah.
some gameplay on this.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Twisted Metal 2, but it takes a lot of... It really does feel like it tries to combine the worlds of Twisted Metal Black and Twisted Metal 2.
Yeah, I liked Black, but I didn't like its vibe. It had like a weird theme. It just wanted to be
It
so
had a
dark and
super
edgy.
dark, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Which is funny.
it's so dumb because 2 and 3 and 4 were very campy, and I like the campiness of it. Like it was really enjoyable. It didn't take itself
Yeah.
too seriously,
Especially-
and then Black comes out, and it's
but,
like, oh, we got to be edgy and shit now.
The reason for that is because Twisted Metal, what's it called? Twisted Metal 3 and 4 weren't... The guy that made the game, he left.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Jaff. He's the one that created God of War as well.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So he left, and then he came back for Twisted Metal Black, and then he came back for the PS3 version of Twisted Metal.
Yeah, I feel like 1, 2, 3, and 4 were not like super serious. They were just goofy as shit.
Yeah.
And 2 especially had like that comic style and the cutscenes.
Yeah.
That was really cool. It looked like a graphic novel sort of.
Yeah, that carried on in Twisted Metal Head On.
Yeah.
And Twisted Metal Black, I mean, the gameplay was fine. It had some interesting characters. The gameplay itself was still pretty goofy, but yeah, it had this over the top, like really dark style that kind of carried a little bit into the PS3 version of Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
But the other thing that that Twisted Metal Black did was have you ever seen the cutscenes for it?
Black? I remember. Didn't it have like real live like
Sorta. And it had like it did have like a hyper real version.
Yeah.
But it's
it had like people, but it was like stills.
Yeah, it's almost like animated stills.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. It's pretty. Some of the stories were really dark. Some of them were still kind of campy. Like as an adult, you would go to it, you're like, oh, this is still kind of campy, but it was pretty. It was pretty brutal. I remember.
Baby Doll. I remember her. Or Dollface?
Yeah.
Was it Dollface?
Yeah, Dollface. Yeah,
Dollface.
and then she was one of the main characters in Twisted Metal for the PS3. Yeah, Twisted Metal Black was it was interesting. If you guys don't want to go play the game, if you're listening, check out the cutscenes for that game. Because they were just, I don't know, man. They were just really dark.
Yeah. I remember.
Like I don't know. Here, I'll post a link of this to the Discord. That way you can like see some of them while I'm talking. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. It had a really cool and edgy art style that I remember I didn't like at first, but then when I became like an older teenager, I ended up liking it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just it was a weird
Yeah.
departure. But then again, this is PlayStation 2 we're talking about. Everyone wanted to be edgy. Even fucking Sonic.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we came out with Shadow. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. That being said, like the original introduction of Shadow wasn't as bad as some other Like the other versions of Shadow, I think were bad. I think Shadow wasn't bad in Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure Hero. I mean Sonic Heroes. But then after that, I think every other part of him was like really, really weird.
No, I really like Shadow. Shadow's a mad cool character.
Yeah, the story for Twisted Metal Black was like really, really interesting, and it even had some like weird mental shit. So if you got to play Minion as if you unlocked Minion in Twisted Metal Black, like during his loading screens, he would put some code stuff on the television. And if you were to figure out what the code was, like it says, "Oh, we're all in his head." I think Twisted Metal's actual name was Kane. Oh, we're all in his head. This is all just a version of his reality, and you would get the kind of like the impression that Twisted Metal Black was all taking part of the inside of the head of Sweet Tooth.
Yeah,
And
I
then
wouldn't be surprised.
if you played PSP, the PSP game Twisted Metal Head On, where it kind of combined the world of Twisted Metal Black and Twisted Metal 2, like it kind of solidifies that idea because it does split Sweet Tooth's mind into kind of two different people.
Ah. Was he also Dark Tooth, or was Dark Tooth someone else?
No, Dark Tooth was also Sweet Tooth.
That's fine.
Yeah. I think his name was Marcus King.
Yeah, it was something like that. The Psycho Clown. I would say of all like the Psycho Clowns, Sweet Tooth was always one of the coolest. He was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so Marcus Kane, Twisted Metal. I believe in the first Twisted Metal game, he was Roadhog or something like that.
Somebody.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. So, this is from the wiki. Marcus Kane is a character who's been the driver of Roadkill. That's what it was. Roadkill. In Twisted Metal 2, Twisted Metal 3, Twisted Metal Head On. Minion in Twisted Metal Black. Yeah, there you go. And is one of the two drivers of both Dark Tooth and Tower Tooth in Twisted Metal Head On.
Then who the fuck was Sweet Tooth in Twisted Metal 2?
Oh, this is Sweet Tooth. Marcus Kane returns in Twisted Metal 2012 as the past self of Needles Kane, dubbed Sweet Tooth. Needles Kane is Sweet Tooth, which I think is Marcus's Kane alter ego.
Oh my god, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, so Marcus Kane, yeah, he was a homeless guy. He was Roadkill.
Yeah, I remember Roadkill.
Yeah, and then in Twisted Metal 3, they changed a lot of how he looked. But in Twisted Metal, once again, Twisted Metal Black, yeah, here we go. Marcus Kane is the split personality of Needles Kane. This is revealed in Twisted Metal Head On, but it's also revealed when playing as Minion in Twisted Metal Black. So, he's got code. So his loading screens say, "I do not think this is real. I must speak in code or he will discover me. We are trapped in his head. This is how he sees the world, how Sweet Tooth sees his life. It is not real. All of us are trapped in his head. I miss the old colorful world. We will return to our old world one day. In the real world, my name is Marcus Kane."
This is some like Inception level shit right here.
Yeah.
What
and then
the hell, man?
And in Twisted Metal Head On, they do confirm it that it was the same person, Marcus Kane and Needles Kane. And then in the Twisted Metal in the reboot, the PS3 version, they kind of like they really do solidify it. It's interesting, dude. Twisted Metal would have been so much. They should have made like a Netflix show out of this shit.
I'm about to say, this sounds like it should be a movie at this point.
Yeah,
because he has like split personalities. He's Marcus Kane, Needless Kane, Sweet Tooth, Dark Tooth. I'm like, Jesus, what is going on in this dude's head?
Yeah, no, it's really cool, man. I always say, I always like, if they could make a battle royale game but with cars, they should call it Twisted Metal.
Yeah, Twisted Metal was crazy on the PlayStation, man. I had so much fun with that game.
I really liked the PS3 version, but not a lot of people did.
Yeah, I never played it because I'm like, all right, there's no way this can be good when it comes back.
It's really good. The main problem with it is that David Jeff, the guy that created Twisted Metal, he wanted it to be a multiplayer only Twisted Metal. And then when Sony kind of saw how it was shaping out, they really liked the way it looked. And they're like, oh, nope, story mode. Put a story mode in it. So then they had to develop the story mode, and that was kind of the expensive part.
Dude, Twisted Metal without a story mode? Why would I even want that?
But even like honestly, the story mode for Twisted Metal 3 isn't even bad. It's actually really cool.
No, I love the story mode in Twisted Metal 1 I didn't care about it, but 2 through 4, yeah, I really
Yeah.
did. And Black, I definitely cared about the story.
Yeah. If you check out the movie version, I guess, of the Twisted Metal for the PS3, because
Hmm.
it's fucking rad. Like, it's cool. Like, there's legitimate real boss fights that are kind of crazy. And every character has a cool ending and stuff.
Yeah, I remember Dollface was like this big rocket ship chick. I'm like, what the fuck
Yep.
happened? But it looked
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh no, yeah, it's cool. Like, they tried bringing back some of that campy and wackiness, and then I think they tried to give also making it dark at the same time. And
Yeah, I
I
saw
don't know, for
Mr.
some
Grimm was back in that game. That's pretty sick.
dude, I remember when I first turned on the game, I was like, "Wait, Mr. Grimm is black?" Because the prior to this, Mr. Grimm was just a skeleton.
Yeah, he was just a flaming head. He was like the
No,
Ghost Rider knockoff.
so in this game, it's in Twisted Metal for PS3. It's cool because he's a black dude, has dreads, and has a skull face mask.
Oh man, they just should have had the. That's cool, but they should have kept just a flaming head. I like the flaming head thing, but I guess they
Yeah,
don't
he
want
did
to
have
be a
a.
Ghost Rider ripoff anymore. That's fair.
Oh, I didn't even think of Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
he was definitely a Ghost Rider ripoff,
I
100%.
didn't. You are so right. I didn't even think of
Dude,
that.
you didn't. Most of these characters are definitely ripoffs. Like, who is it? Spectre is definitely a ripoff of 007, 100%.
They probably mentioned something like that in the character
You didn't
description.
think about that kind of shit?
No,
I
not
did. That's
at
part of the
all.
reason why I picked Spectre. Cause I'm like, this looks like a 007 type car, or like a Spy Hunter. Kind of reminds me of that.
Okay. So I'm about to show you what Mr. Grimm looked like in PS3. Like, it's actually he looks a little bit like you.
Oh shit.
Like, if you had a chainsaw and like a skull face on. But yeah, so I put it in the Discord. Yeah, that's what he looked like.
Oh, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, like, it was like an actual person. They had a skull face. He wasn't a skeleton anymore. Um, what his story was cool because he was trying to do. I believe he was trying to do stuff either for his son or for his dad.
I like
Like,
him.
it's. Oh, I guess Mr. Grimm was also a person in. I guess that's where they got the idea for Twisted Metal Black. Oh, totally missed that. Okay, either way, Twisted Metal's cool.
Absolutely. Twisted Metal was always cool. Maybe we'll get a comeback on PlayStation 5 one day. You
Yeah.
never know.
Anyway, this podcast has been going on for a while. I'm ready to call it.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say, Rich?
No, I think this was good. Energy was definitely up there. I hope people enjoyed the conversation. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about or any feedback, please let us know in the comments below. And I appreciate you all watching this video. I really do.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for coming. Thanks a lot for listening. You can follow me at @Remavlos_YT on Twitter, or you can go to my YouTube channel, iHeart Gaming, where I put up videos sometimes whenever I'm not busy working on other stuff.
For sure.
Yeah. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace out, guys.